Hey gang, so this will be a video of prepping a slab with minimal tools and with tools that aren't typical of using in the studio. So if you don't have a wire tool for cutting clay, this is some tying twine. You can purchase this in any hardware store or even on the kitchen aisle, say at Hy-Vee or someplace similar like that. So we'll cut a nice slab from our commercially mixed clay. So you can see, things aren't exactly even, but that's okay because we're gonna pound it out and stretch it, right? So I've got a nice plaster table. If you have a wood table at home, grab yourself a towel, right? If you don't have any canvas, this towel will work just fine. This is really just to keep things from sticking. So depending on how thick you cut your slab, what we're planning on doing is just evening everything out. So starting from the center with your palm, and stretching this out. It's one way to thin out the clay, right? Another way to thin and stretch the clay is using a rolling pin. And this, you can see how effective the rolling pin is. Alright? If you don't have a rolling pin, but if you have a recycle bin, using a nice straight glass bottle will also do the same thing. Right, so pressing down, rolling back and forth, you can see how things are getting stretched out on this side and then working back over onto the other side here. So this may take a little bit of extra time, but it'll get you there. Right? I think we can all agree that the rolling pin will work wonders. I myself like throwing a slab. Right? So if you get your slab thin enough, and if you throw it correctly, the slab should not stick to your surface. Right, so picking up one end, letting it drop. We call it throwing a slab, but really it's like dropping a slab. You can see how that stretches from one side to the next, right? We'll stretch out this side a little bit. So we're prepping a slab for a cylinder cup, or a votive, or whatever you'd like to call it. This is the form that we're going to be using, right? Toilet paper roll, toilet paper cylinder. Kind of a funny commentary of what's going on, sign of the times, right? And how thick I want this, or the size of the slab. I want this to, you know, be able to be double the width at least for this, because what we're going to do is cut right down the center here. Right? So I'm prepping this and cutting this. Got a couple things. I have a credit card. Just smoothing out the edge, right? Like someone would use a rib. This is an old gift card. Works just as well as any rib. With that towel texture, it leaves quite the furry surface. It's a little bit more textured than a regular canvas. I want to make sure that's removed as well, right? Because that will conflict with our design. So with this smoothed out, we're ready to make our cut. If you have a ruler for a straight cut, great. If you don't, you can find cardboard and a straight edge. That'll give you a nice straight cut as well. So I want to make sure that I've got at least double the width, and I do. So using this butter knife, running that alongside the ruler and cutting my slab. Right. Fettling knife is used in the studio, but you don't have a fettling knife, use a butter knife. You may actually get a straighter cut from the butter knife because it's so stiff. You could take a look at our slab here and see how thin it is. And this is a great thinness for what we're going to be working with, right? So the next video to follow will be creating a pattern and rolling up a cylinder.